protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Got him downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Miller with the ball. Looking for room at the 40. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. Still on his feet. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the 1st half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Horton. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown tie.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And he makes the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Mayaba. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle.
Yeah, I fuck with all the new model Chevys, bro. The Suburbans, the Tahoes, them bitches built sporty as hell.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
I got you out to this college game.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand.
Damn, for real? Who is it, you Lowland Crack? I got you out to this game.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon.
I'm going to be in the 2nd quarter anyway.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Makes the catch, it's Bernard. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Got his man quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. That last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. Gets it past the marker. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Finds space on the right. He's brought down to run a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. It's a draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Kennesaw State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Release to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Runs through the tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. On the run, still looking. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass, it's Mayava. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball, and you saw that linebacker do it.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quick touch pass to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Cuevas. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He breaks a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Looking deep. Makes the grab. It's Miller. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Can't get him to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that. No matter what they do, they're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That's caught. It's Sanders. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Lane. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kennesaw State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play. And you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tide trying to convert on 3rd down as we start the 4th. Off play action. Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. And bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. That's caught. It's Sanders. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wide receiver going in motion. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's Bernard. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the 1st. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, he's just going to come up and try and draw them off sides and get a cheap one and get a cheap 1st down. But no, this coaching staff, they decide to go out and not just go for it, throw for the 1st down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. On the ground, it's Washington. Headed to the end zone. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.